Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And wow, you know that those motorcycle ambulances, that was a classic scam, wasn't it? I mean, everybody knew it couldn't work because they were just so unstable. But it was a great way for an ANC cadre to just make a quick killing. Now, for those of you who don't understand how this works, let me explain it to you. In South Africa, you've got a thing called black economic empowerment. And unless your business or your shelf company is BEE or Black Economic Empowerment compliant, you cannot do business with the government. What is Black Economic Empowerment? Basically, it means that pretty well everybody who works in that business is black, to the exclusion of any other minority group, and in particular, the white community, who have been persecuted. But this is how the scam goes. Okay, so let's take the health department. They're going to order these 100 motorcycle ambulances. They put out a tender, and of course their mate wins that tender, doesn't he? And what the mate does is for every unit of that motorcycle tender, he increases the price by something like 400% above what the health department could have bought that motorcycle ambulance for if they'd bought directly from the supplier. So the purchase order gets signed and delivered to the little shelf company that does nothing. It's just a little piece of paper, but they get the order and they charge, let's say, 100,000 Rand per motorcycle. Okay? And then they place an order with the supplier, which, as I say, the health department could have done itself. But because of this BEE regulation, they have to go through the shelf company. So the shelf company places an order with the supplier, and it costs him, let's say, 20,000 Rand for these 100 motorcycles. Now, I'm just using arbitrary figures here, because what I want you to understand is that through the shelf company, there is a huge scam. The person who runs that shelf company can basically name his price. And what he gets it for is a fraction of what the actual government department pays for it. And of course he lands up with all the money. But this is not for the average black African in South Africa. This is not for the John and Globus who live in Soweto or Khayelitsha or something like that. This is only for the black privileged, the well-connected, who set up these shelf companies specifically for the order, make an absolute killing, and then they go out and buy cars and houses and whatever. This is how corrupt the government in South Africa is. And this is happening under Ramaphosa's watch, and he knows all about it. Don't believe me, he's in on the deal. They're all in on the deal, the black privileged ANC. Let me tell you a bit more about this scooter tender. A 10 million Rand tender awarded to a King Williamstown company to supply 100 ambulance scooters to the Eastern Cape Department of Health is now under investigation. The department confirmed that the Bid Adjudication Committee, or BAC, was reviewing the processes followed in the awarding of the deal. Provincial Health Department spokesperson Sianda Manana said the committee was acting due to public discomfort over the deal. On the 12th of June, Health Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize and Eastern Cape Health MEC Sindiswa Gomba unveiled 6 scooters fitted on the side with a bed, overhead gazebo with a first aid kit and oxygen on board. On the day, Gomba announced that the department had acquired 100 of the scooters from Fabcomp Holdings Pty Limited to ferry patients from far-flung remote rural areas to clinics and hospitals. Fabcomp owner Brian Harmser who attended the launch, said the scooters were an answer to challenges faced by villagers who must carry the sick in wheelbarrows due to the challenging terrain. At the time, he said his scooters were capable of riding on sand or gravel roads. The scooter initiative sparked outrage across the country, with some people accusing the department of corruption. Many called for an inquiry into the acquisition of the scooters, questioning the figure and demanding transparency. Manana said, the BAC is re-looking at the process so that in the event that we are challenged, we can be assured of a process that can stand the legal challenges. We are engaging with stakeholders, especially the Portfolio Committee, to ensure we find common ground. When Hamza was contacted for comment, he said he welcomed the review. The review is fair, and the Oversight Committee has to check that the process is fair and clean. They do this from time to time. Asked if he received payment for the 100 motorbikes, Hamza said no, we never got any money paid to us, and we still do not have an order number either. What? He doesn't have an order number, and he goes and supplies 100 motorbikes for 10 million rand? Something very, very fishy going on here, believe me. Anyway, let's continue. Responding to the question of how the company clinched the tender, he said, we tendered like everybody else. By the way, we did not pay anyone a backhander either. I'm sorry, guys, but when the actual cost of the product was about 2 million rand and the health department paid 10 million rand for it, believe me, money was flying left, right, and center. It's just waiting to be paid, and that's when the money will be distributed. Anyway, he went on to say, we have not received an order number to supply the sidecar clinics. We have only received the letter of award. We have not been paid up front or received a deposit. We had a team from Health and Transport departments doing due diligence before we received the letter of award. They wanted to see our production facility, proof that we had supplied clinics before, our quality systems, and to make sure we were not just middlemen making a quick buck. We employ 160 people. Well, I think the reason the bill hasn't been paid is because this gentleman has been caught out. Shelf companies, the middleman, is how huge profits are obtained very deviously by the ANC and their mates and their cadres. It is completely destroying South Africa's economy. And Ramaphosa and his mates, right at the top, they don't care. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.